Yeah, 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 yeah. No, no, you're just a messenger. I get it, Doug. Look, I have a little bit of a surprise for you. I can feel, I see, see, I am one of those that this will prove Tim Dooley. You see, I see the spirit dimension. I see it. I see all the spirits in the spirit dimension. You know what I mean? Like I see the futures and the past and people's, and I can tell that his energy is still lingering. That's the things I can feel. I can feel it in my holy bones. Look, think, yeah, yeah, but despite its realness, I just want you to see that there's a ghost afoot. There's a trail of his ghost. So first you say there's the video, and that's very sus. It's a video that came out 15 hours ago. That must have been a ghost in the machine, still doing things. What happened? He probably died of an overdose. It was self-inflicted harm. But look, look. What's scary about this, the extra spooky scary thing, is that we're dealing with a ghost poltergeist. Because look, 29 minutes ago, the ghost of Marty. So he's confirmed dead. Okay, so or something is going wrong with the timeline. We don't know. We don't know. Something is wrong with the timeline, or there is a ghost in a machine. I'm gonna go with, there could be a dimension. Maybe the multiverse is collapsing and turning into something else because he is dead, and that's certain. But there's still a part of him that's alive. This is get where it deepens. The mystery deepens because he's still a ghost in a machine. Somehow his spirit still lingers. Somehow his energy is still there. And that's what makes this even more spookier because first you thought he was dead. Well, surely he is. You called the obituary, right? Well, he is dead. They confirmed it. Well, I'm not scared to. He's gonna finish what he started. He's not gonna give up. It's because he's potato. He broke the matrix somehow. Look, listen, think about it. Think about it. If he's dead and he's still typing on his channel, it's because he has unfinished work to do. What's going on? That's what we don't know. That's what we're asking all of ourselves here. Because Duck can confirm that he talked with the funeral and they said that he was dead, and that's real life. We saw the obituary. That's real. So Marty is dead for sure, for sure. Okay, that's no doubt about it. But also he apparently lives on in some kind of spirit dimension or something. We don't know exactly what this is, but his account is still updating things. He's still alive in the machine. He's still somewhat between alive and a dead state. It's a deep mystery. It really puts me on the other end of things. I didn't say it was the same Nicholas. Well, we confirmed that the picture was him. Yeah, no death certificate. Yeah, yeah, there's no death certificate. So that's also, but I believe that he's dead. I know there's a lot of conflicting evidence, but I don't see him here. So that might be a clue that I'm gonna go with I think he's dead because I just haven't seen him. He's such an honest guy. If he wasn't dead, he would come around right now on his music business and say, "Hey, I'm not dead. It was just a joke." Haha. you know, I'm sure because I don't. Marty doesn't strike me like a guy that would ever tell a lie. Like he is honest to the heart. Like he puts the H in honesty and not in heroin. You should restream the funeral at least. Well, let's see. He's posting on his YouTube. That's what I'm saying. It's a mystery. It's like his ghost is still lingering in the Matrix or something. The mystery isn't over yet. This only makes it deeper because I haven't seen him. Have you seen him? Well, his last message was cryptic. My stalkers and bullies are dumb poo-poo heads. He's trying to send cryptic messages to us. He's saying they're mud dwellers after him. My unending success and their desperation has compelled them to up their game and employ secret technologies and advanced propaganda techniques to take me down. Is he talking about the potato? Or did they use the mud device or Merkabah? Maybe they came from the future in order to send him back to the past. I hate whoever posted that obit of it's fake. Not okay, not cool. Okay, Ronnie. So are you saying that somebody perpetuated this against Mr. Marty? That's a little bit funny, but not really that funny. That's wow, that's extreme. But this doesn't rule out anything. That's the thing. This only makes it deeper. But maybe you guys know something. Maybe we can piece it together. Together. I always love a good mystery. That's what Marty would have wanted. He wanted us to go on some kind of treasure chase, figure out what the hell, so we could find him at the end of whatever we're looking for. You're peddling the lie. I'm not peddling anything. This fell into my lap. I would certainly never spin content on Marty or his death. We have to respect him. He was a chosen Jew. How dare you? He meant a lot to me. He was very special to me. And we're going to honor his name. That's what we're going to do. We're going to honor Marty's name and his Jewish heritage. Who put it in your lap, though? Well, that's a good question. You're asking all the questions. It could have landed in so many ways, by so many things. That is a good question. I do think that we should honor Marty. That's what he would have wanted. What if it was Marty that was doing it? What if he faked his own death and he just wanted to be loved? He wanted to see what it was like to be missed and to be loved. Then the least we could do for him, at least, is LARP, you know, and honor him in his, in his death. It could be a nice thing. We do it for Marty. So if it turns out to be real, then we didn't do anything wrong. But whatever he's going through, we could pray for him. The potatoes are with him, whether he's alive or dead. He's like a Schrodinger's Marty. That's kind of funny. He's neither here nor there. He's like a potato. You know. Maybe he will revive someday and be a real potato. Just pop out and be a potato from birth. You know what I mean? That would be majestic. But I don't know if that's like a dream. That would be beyond my wildest dreams. Marty popped out somewhere was a potato. Could you imagine that? Like a fully fledged potato, just from being, in the grave for a specific amount of time. Maybe he has plans. Maybe you don't even know. Yeah, we don't even know because this could be huge. While it looks like this is like a down moment or something, maybe this could be the biggest turnaround ever. Like this could be his breakthrough moment. After studying the Great Book of Potato, everything extensively, now he found a way. Could be. There's a lot of options. Plans within plans, right? What if this is just a ploy in order to kickstart his new life and his album and with the J6 and all of this? What if it's just like a big reveal to the next big thing, like a goose chase? He's in a better place. Yeah, yeah. It's rough. Like, 'cause I heard Cyrex was reacting to it too. Man, I wish. Did anybody see the Cyrex reaction to it? I think Cyrex reacted to Marty's death, but I don't know if they played a different op. We can never, rule out that it's an op, that he's just joking. It's just a practical joke. It would be like Marty. It wouldn't make. He would do something like that. It's not beyond him not to do something like that. Which is why this is crazy. You have to rumor it. You can't just kill the idea. You know what I mean? Like we can't just dismiss it. Just like we can't just verify it 100%. In fact, we should make quite a bit of content out of it. Not that we should make content out of Marty's death. Like that would be terrible. But it's also what Marty would have wanted. Like otherwise he wouldn't do it. It would have been he would have wanted us to milk the shit out of it. So much so, like for months, that everybody got tired of it. Cyrex is probably pretty broken up about it. Yeah, yeah, that's why I wanted to see his reaction. He doesn't have his main pay pig. What does the post say? I can't read it. It says, my stalkers and bullies are dumb poo-poo heads. My unending success and their desperation has compelled them to up their game and employ secret technologies and advanced propaganda techniques to take me down. Marty would like us to milk his death for content. Right, exactly. Let's scroll down a little bit. That was 29 minutes ago, so it's fresh. Marty's a ghost in a machine right now. He's dead, but not quite. He's the Schrodinger's Marty. And there was this one day ago. So he's the account that keeps posting. He is the ghost that refused to die. And honestly, I commend him for his strength of holding on, even in the afterlife. You know what I mean? If Marty's dead and gone, and he's gonna be at a funeral in 4 days, and he's still holding on to life like this, I think that shows dedication to life. Even as God said, "Nah, Marty, it's over. It's done. It's done." Marty's like, "Nah, man, nah, God, let me just do my YouTube updates." God was like, "Fine, fine. You can stay, but only in spirit then. You'll have to be a ghost in the machine." Those posts don't prove he is alive. Right, that's what I'm saying. He's a ghost in the machine now. We don't know. Monkey said some interesting things that also poked a hole to this, and people haven't reacted to it yet. Also, meaning this is super sus and highly, we have to at least investigate it. That's what we also have to do because we cannot affirm or confirm anything yet. As he said, he's talking about rumors, stalkers, this and that. So that's definitely an angle, right, that we have to consider that something is afoot. We do not know what is afoot. Is Marty playing some kind of self game? Is he really being bullied? Is he really being like? Is he really being bullied and stalked, or is he just trying to be the potato of life? He's copying my style. It's cool. It's cool. I respect it. Who said businessman? Who said businessman Martin died? Well, I can't reveal that. I can just reveal that some fairly reliable sources have let me know all of this information. Fairly reliable. So that's why I'm still conflicted. If it was just some random ass Yahoo troll that gave me some random ass Yahoo information, I would doubt it more, but it wasn't really. It was somebody that doesn't usually lie too much, you know? So it wasn't a troll. So that's why it's a little bit sus and weird. And it still deepens and it's not concluded yet at all. Just trying to keep you from looking a fool with the whole but he is posting. No, I'm saying that we can't let anything we can't rule anything out, can we? The potato chips don't count as a reliable source to listen to. That's true. I am a reliable source though. Wait, no, potato chips you can count on. Almost all things you can count on. But this is mysterious though. You know, you're right that with the updates, it doesn't necessarily prove that he isn't anything, which is why we need more sources of information. Have anyone seen Marty? Have anyone heard from him, seen him in his Discord? I haven't investigated very deeply, and you know I don't do that. So you know, literally anything could be open at this point. Anything could be afoot. It could be a joke. It could be several dimensions melting together. Babushka says Marty's fine, so that's also something that certainly works against this here. So we get one person saying he's fine. Can you confirm that? Could you get Marty here in person, or did you also just talk with his ghost? Maybe somebody hijacked his account. You ever thought about that? Have you seen him in person? Did you hear his voice? These things. I mean, we need to confirm that he's not a ghost, for instance, or that he's not been replaced by a clone. All of these things are just, in fact, coming more into question because you don't know how technology has moved and what they would do, the B system, they would just replace him with somebody that looks exactly like him, talks like him, walks like him, everything, and it would be the implementation. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Okay, well, let me ask you, how would you be able to tell the difference between a real Marty and an AI Marty? They know his voice, they could copy everything. He's too important to not to have running for Mossad. Soon you'll be hear about robot armies and things like that, not knowing Marty's already been replaced by a robot. Just think about it. If so, Babushka, you say you've seen Marty, but how do you know Marty has not already been replaced by an AI? Yeah, yeah, Space Ghost. That's true. I could be dead. I'm just a voice here. This could be pre-recorded. We could all be. Tim isn't in his circle. Sammy is a Jezebel. Yeah, we could have had to agree on the definition of no at the outset. So, but it's definitely a mystery. Can anybody confirm anything? Can we get so Babushka? Could you confirm what you've seen? Because you say that he is alive, but what is the proof of this? For so far, look, we have an obituary here. You can't argue against an obituary, can you? Look at that. That's an obituary, right? So that's real. But also his YouTube account is updating. So maybe somebody is taking over his YouTube account? Like, did you see him in person? Or did you just see a ghost of him? Or what, like, because there's another option is multiple timelines are merging and he's alive in one of them and the other one he's actually dead. And we have to now figure out which timeline we want to live inside. Maybe we can vote for whether he should be dead or alive. It's like a Schrodinger's cat, whatever we decide. Yeah, they called the funeral, they said for sure he's dead. Babushka said for sure he's alive. So that leads me to think maybe we are in a multi-dimensional reality where he's both alive and both dead. That's also an option. That it's the Mandela effect taking place and the Tim Dooley effect. Things are happening. Really, what if I said it's really our choice? You want him to be dead? Or you want him to be alive? If you want him to appear, we could probably do that. We do live in the potato verse, right? After all, there's Tim Dooley is such an amazing guy. He could probably make him either way. It's all secret. It's Kibli though. Just say Kibli. Kibli.